name is Oliver Thomas Schultz and welcome back to Curse Cooking Content. Today we're working on, we're gonna make beef stew. So we're also making beef stock, demi-glace, as well as the beef stew. I hope you understand before we even start this, I already regret this. So the first thing you're gonna need, some fucking onions. Some onions. First thing you're gonna need is some onions, some carrots, wine, tomato paste, fresh herbs, salt, peppercorns, beef/veal bones, oil. So the first thing you gotta do, first thing that's necessary when it comes to making demi-glace is your stock. Your stock has to be great. Your stock has to be... How do we make a beef stock? Well, I'll tell you how. We're gonna roast these like now. We gotta get these in now. Okay, 2 seconds. This is a roasting pan. I got it from my great aunt who moved recently. So we're using marrow bones because they have a high amount of gelatin and connective tissue. You get those in, you take your oil. A little bit of olive oil on the top, some salt on the top, some sinew, which is another term for like beef fat. Just so you guys can see what this looks like looks like this. Alright guys, so the next step is to peel the carrots, cut the onions, cut the celery. I forgot that that's in the recipe. I also forgot to get a cutting board out. So guys, as you can see right here, there's a cutting board. These are the onions, right? Giant onion, eh? Oh shit. These are the stock veggies in this bowl. That's where we're gonna put these in. Because it's gonna be a lot. We're gonna make about 4 liters of stock. You know, a lot of people say put the onion skins in the stock. But I think that just makes you trashy. Next up, we're gonna move on to the celery. These are carrots. 10 carrots that are about to go into the recipe. The stock. For fuck's sakes. Our oven just went off, so we gotta get this shit right in right now. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're gonna get this sinew, this beef bone concoction, marrow bones right into the oven. Let's let's go. Back to the carrots. Yeah, you go. So this is called mirepoix. Next thing we have the misfortune of working on is this is chuck roast right here. This was $37.76. Okay, what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna cube this up for our stew, which will be ready in 3 days. And we're gonna set this just in our fridge. This is a chuck roast. Wow, look at all that fat, you were saying to yourself. That's a lot of fat. What are we gonna do with that? When you're making a beef stew, things should be kind of fatty. Things should be nice and deliciously tasty like that. Oh, sorry, this is a really important moment to tell you guys about knife safety and knife skill. You should not use a chef's knife to cut any meat ever. You should use something called like a scimitar, which is not this knife, but it's closer to that thing. Yeah, and it's curved like this. And it makes it really easy just to kind of glide. Kind of weird. While I'm cutting this, I can feel the fat rendering on my fingers. So. This is a stock pot. This is what we're gonna make our stock in. We need 18 cups of water. How many measures in 2? 2, 4, 6. That's a liter. 4 is a liter. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. We're gonna do 20 instead of what I said before. 20. All right, we can set this aside to the stove top. Welcome. Mirepoix. That's a flavoring agent. This right here, cheesecloth. So cheesecloth is like, the reason cheesecloth even exists is to like make my life easier. For our purposes today, we're gonna throw rosemary in there. Thyme, rosemary, thyme, whole peppercorns, and fresh parsley. Yeah, and fresh parsley. Yeah. Look at that. That is probably the worst I've ever done in my life. French cooking 101, a sachet. So we're gonna take this and we're just gonna throw it in. Oh, that is really hot. So what we got going here is beef bone. I don't know if that's ready yet. It needs to be like scorched. It just kind of looks cooked. Should I eat this? Yo, it's just bone. It just tastes like beef. So we're just gonna let this like simmer until the bones are ready, and when the bones are ready, we're gonna throw those in the water. And then we'll get cooking. Let's go. I forgot to clean this up. It's steaming, which means the cooking process has started. Isn't that amazing? Now, these, on the other hand, are taking way too fucking long. And that's Steam City, baby. Oh yeah, we boiling. Roasty, toasty bone. Are you toasted enough? Roasty, toasty bones. We're trying to melt your stuff. Come on. Yeah, not quite. Ow! So right now there's a veg stock, because there's no beef in it yet, right? And then when the beef is ready to go in, it'll become a beef stock. We're gonna put a lid on this because it's boiling way too fucking much. Oh shit, I left the meat out for like an hour. Those snacks. Send me to heaven, baby. That's a good dinner myself, goddamn. Ooh. Okay, so the bones have roasted in the oven for long enough now, so we can take these out. Okay, so if you're making this recipe at home, the bones should... Alright, that was really hot. I just burned my hand. Oh god, you're gonna fall. Don't fall, man. You silly goof. Don't fall. We're making a recipe together. Yeah, your bones should be ready to go. Right into the thing. We're gonna leave this on the stove until we run out of time. We're gonna pour this fat that's rendered into the bottom. So a really important thing you should know is fat is flavor. No matter what, I don't care. People always trim out the fat of the shit they're making. Don't about. I forgot to turn the heat on so on. And now. So we're gonna let this just simmer now. Oh god, we're mega boiling. Holy shit. Ow, fuck. Looks like chicken stock. There's no chicken in this, so probably the carrots. I don't know. It's not brown yet. It's still like gold. I don't know if I did something wrong. Okay, that's okay. You can have that later. It might just be gold for the time being. I'm a genius. I'm gonna go have a shower. It's been 3 hours. It's been 3 hours. As you can see here, it's turning brown. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Oh, Merry Christmas! What's she looking at? So I fell asleep halfway through cooking, which means that it's over reduced slightly. That's okay. At the end of the world, I thought of a way of fixing it. So what I did, these are pork bones, and they're high in whatever. You know. So next step for me, I think, is to roast these pork bones in the oven, make sure they get the color I want on them, and then after straining. So yeah, we're gonna just kind of throw these pork bones right into the roasting pan. We're gonna roast them up, then cover them in tomato paste. So yeah, we're just gonna roast these pork bones in the oven and get some char on these. I'm not happy. Anyway, so we'll slather these up in tomato paste and we'll strain the stock. Sorry guys, we gotta be urgent this time. And we're literally just gonna let that burn in the oven. So as you can see, we're back to like a nice sweaty consistency here. That's a bone. That's a beef marrow bone right there, my friend. This is gonna be a totally fucking botch. Oh shit. And so this is what we're left with for now. Little black shits in there. That's all like rosemary, thyme, and herbs and spices. So I'll do that just off camera. I'll do a bit of off camera mining. Do not do this. This is basically boiling liquid. And I'm touching it. And so we went from 16 cups to probably 6. So we lost 10 cups worth of liquid. I singed my eyebrows just now trying to check these. We're trying to get a dark bone color, bro. These are like pale. While we wait for the bones to roast, what I think we're gonna do is we're just gonna taste this, see if we like it. We will add some more water, let it reduce again. Let that happen for about 12 more hours. It's okay. That's so good. That blackness right there is what we're going for, but nowhere else is really like that, so we're not ready yet. Oh. We're gonna add another 16 cups of water, 10 cups of water. Next up, we're gonna get the ribs out of the oven. We've been roasting. I don't know how I feel about this. So the next thing we have to do is we have to crank the heat here on this little pan that was in the oven. And we're gonna deglaze all this black shit off of it. Because that's all flavor. Or at least I think it is. That's what I was told. I've been told that that's flavor. So as you can see, we're boiling or whatever. I hurt myself. Number one rule for deglazing is wine or stock gets poured into the bottom of the pan. You take this. So unfortunately, I just lost some footage of me pouring it into the actual juice. It's in there. It's in there now. We're just gonna let that simmer for the next 12 years. And I'll see you soon. Hello, welcome back. Day 3. Day 3 of making a stew. That means it's time to strain it again, and then strain it again, and then take off the fat, and then it'll be ready for the stew. Yeah, woo, yeah, woo, yeah. So this is what we're looking at. I know this looks terrible. All right, considering we got some time here, let's do some knife work for the stew. 1 rutabaga. Some more carrots. Celery. 1 dirty ass potato. Jesus. A single potato. Fan favorite, the onion. Stock is now warmed up, which means we can take out the bones. That looks good enough to strain. And then the second one and the third one we'll do with the stinky cheese. Now we're gonna go through the juice with a fine-tooth fucking comb and see if there's any delicious little things that we can take out, because we don't want that. Now we're gonna work with this cheesecloth here. That's just like bone, gunk, and gross. We don't want that. That's vile. That's gross shit. Here, we're just gonna take the juice squeezed out right here and just put it right in the freezer. Put it into the freezer, like I said. Just put it right here. Let that chill for like 30 minutes. All right, so we're gonna start working on the stew. Yeah, we'll sear the meat first, and then yeah, we'll get it started. This is 3 days in the making, so it better be fucking good. I think this is gonna be very good, by the way. I think so. So we'll start with the handy dandy stock pot that we use in every video. We'll grab our beef that definitely does not look weird at all anymore. We'll just take it. Crank the stove top, a little bit of oil. Wow. That feels heated. Give that a spin. I have a spoon right here. And then we'll cover it. Okay, so right now, this is really hot. Next up, bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna add the onions. Onion in it. Man. Onion shrag. Onion shrag. We are mixing the spices for the spice mix for the stew. Salt. Oh, fuck, that's garlic powder. Cinnamon sticks. Then you got that honey habanero. Honey habanero. Alright, so those onions and beef, they're tip-top going, bro. They're going in the pot. They're cooking. But you know what? It's time to add the rest of the other shit. So the rutabaga, the potato, the carrot, and the celery. First we'll add the rutabaga and the potato. I'm waiting on the juice from the freezer. It's still got that fat on top and it's still like lukewarm, so I can't take it out quite yet. But we'll just put a lid on this and see how we do.
A few minutes later.
And we're back. This fat that was in the freezer, it's workable now, which just means that we can basically take it off. I'm gonna use this little thing that I used earlier. As y'all can see, we're kind of sitting in the back consistency now. But we're gonna take a little shot of it, a little espresso cup. Take a shot. Pour it right over top. Take another shot. Pour like a half. Pour it right over top. So now, I'm just gonna stir that around, and then we're gonna add a bunch of water and let this simmer for another 15, probably. Yeah. Cover it up with some Wawa. Wawa. Like that. Got our carrots and celery. Stir. And this is a delicious stew. Fucking almost ready for the eating. All right. This stew is like fucking done. It's done. But yeah, this stew is 3 days in the making. And you know what? I'll be honest, it doesn't really look like it. Well, anyway, we'll see how it is. I guess we'll try it. Should be good. It's really hot. It's really hot.